Peace, welcome back to Playbook FM. I am Jay. We're back with Season 2, Part 4 of my Aberdeen Football Manager 20 save. If you missed any of the previous episodes, go back and take a look because we are about to jump back in. So, since the last episode, as you can see, we're still sitting in 6th place in the league and form has just been pretty... I'll say it's been pretty bad. I mean, we've only had 2 matches since the St. Etienne game. But I think that game there when we lost 4-0 has just absolutely rocked the lads a little bit, and we're struggling for form a bit. We have managed to pick up 2 points in the league, but I mean, against St. Mirren we should have won that match, and again, this is a match where we did go 1-0 up and should have won. But anyway, enough of that. There's not much to catch up on as it's only been 2 matches. Let's get into the first match of the episode, which is against Ajax in the Europa League. And this is the starting 11 for the Ajax game. We have Simon Moore in goal, Mikey Devlin, Antonis Adonis and Scott McKenna in the centre-back positions, Mohamed Drager and Richard Tate playing wing-backs, with Dean Campbell, Gonzalo Villar and Nicola Devoden playing in the midfield and attacking midfield position, respectively, with Ryan Brewster and Eamon Brophy up front. Let's dive in to the match. Right, so let's do it for the fans. And already 3 minutes in, Ajax have had a shot. I mean, we've managed to have a shot ourselves as well, but Jesus, they are just peppering us a little bit, and I am slightly concerned. The amount of attempts that we're giving them. We're not getting highlights either, so I can't really see where they're building from, but they've had a shot near post, saved, edge of the area, penalty area. But we do have our first highlight of the match. It is a free kick from Moore. It ends up with Tate, who plays a big ball over the top to Brewster. Brewster, what a goal! What a goal from Ryan Brewster for his 7th of the season. So let's just take another look at that. So it falls to Scott McKenna, who plays in Tate. Tate takes a touch. He sees Brewster making the run, beats his man, takes a touch, and wow, the technique to pull that off from that range, off of like one touch. What a lad. Take a bow, Ryan Brewster. And that does put us up 1-0 in this Europa League match. And if we just check the league table, because... Oh, no. And instantly, we gift them a goal. Oh, my word. What is Scott McKenna playing up there? Was it Scott McKenna? Let's have another look. It was. So he tries to play it back to Moore, but it's a really terrible pass. Like, oh my gosh, literally straight from the kickoff. So we are just going to demand more from the lads. I didn't even get a chance to check the league standings as we were winning for all of 30 seconds. Absolutely ridiculous. But we do go in at half-time 1-1. And I am really, really angry at that performance, especially how Scott McKenna only averaging a 6.8, and these two are on 6.5s when he played that awful pass backwards. Right, very unhappy with your costly mistake, Scott. How dare you? But we do begin with a highlight to start the second half. Ajax are on the ball with the in behind here. Nobody picks up the striker, Scott Devlin. Mikey Devlin clears the ball from danger, and we are looking very exposed at the back yet again. I did think that we made, some improvements to our back three, but clearly we haven't. And Antonis Adonis, he's just not experienced enough to be playing these types of matches. Not at the moment. Maybe next season. After playing in the Scottish Prem and getting a few more Europa League matches, he'll be there or thereabouts. But at the moment, he's just not playing up to the standard we need him to play at, especially in that cover role. And Devoden there with the corner. It falls to Drager, who can play a cross back in. It hits off the Ajax defender, and they're in for a counter here. But the highlight does end, and who did enough to break up the counter attack. Right. Let's bring on Shved and see what he can do in that striker position. Devoden did score from striker last game, so I wonder if... Let's do that. Let's do that and then do this. Because ideally, I would like to win 3 points in Europe today, please. But Ajax have different ideas by the looks of things, and just strike it an inch wide of the goal. Scott McKenna is looking like he's struggling a little bit, so we are going to take him off because he is starting to look a little bit jaded, and that's our final substitution. Oh my word, what a match. What a match. I mean, this was a game we could have won, but it looks like Saint Etienne and Real Sociedad have drawn as well. Have they? Either way, this group is still wide open for the taking. We're only 3 points behind. Like, there's only 3 points that separate all the teams. So, yeah. We have proved a lot of people wrong. Let's get into the Rangers match. So, starting 11 for the match against Rangers, we have Simon Moore in goal. A back three of Jack Hendry, Mikey Devlin and Scott McKenna. Mohamed Drager and Richard Tate play the wing-back positions, with Tommy Doyle and Gonzalo Villar in midfield. Attacking midfield, we have Nicola Deviden. We also have Leo Suarez on the bench, ready to make his first appearance. And up front, we have Ryan Brewster and Eamon Brophy. Let's get into the match. Right. Go out there and give these fans their money worth, folks. And again, I think that our issue is we start off games pretty slow, because we're not getting highlights until at least like 20-30 minutes in, and sometimes we even go through the entire first half without a highlight. But we do have a highlight here. It is a Rangers corner, which isn't the highlight we would have wanted, but we do manage to deal with the initial cross. We're kind of forcing them back out of our 16-yard box a little bit, but they are just knocking the ball around. We were holding the shape pretty well. It looks like we're tough to break down. We are forcing them back towards their own goal, but they do play a big ball forward, and Hendry cuts out the cross again. Plays it to Villar, who plays it back to Hendry, to Doyle. Hendry finds Tate on the left wing, who plays in Brophy. Brophy's in behind here. He should score, and he scuffs it. That should have been 1-0 to Aberdeen there, but we're back defending, and we managed to block the first cross. Who was that? Was that Drager? I think it's Drager. Or it might be Brewster, the way he's pushing up the field. But they do play a big ball over to the right wing. A cross comes in, and we just don't deal with it. And it is 1-0 to Rangers. Ay. And again, those defensive problems are just rearing their ugly heads. It's that long ball over the top that we don't deal with too well. And it might be because we're playing a bit narrow defensively. So he just leaves space out on the wings for them to play a cross in. So now that I've identified that, we're not even playing narrow defensively. I really don't know. Right. Let's do that. And let's also demand more. Maybe go a little bit positive. Maybe. I don't know what to do at this point. Like, our form is just absolutely atrocious. And we started this season pretty well-ish, kind of. It's probably just time to go back to the 4-3-3, really and truly. But maybe playing this tiki-taka style, because I think that shape probably just works better with this team, really and truly. But Brewster is in behind here and does score the equaliser. And that's the thing. In this shape, we do score more goals. In the 4-3-3 that we tried and played last season, we weren't really scoring. The issue was our strikers. This year, it's not really a problem. But then again, they have patched and addressed the one-on-ones. So maybe that's why we weren't scoring last year. Who knows? Because I certainly don't. Leave your comments in the comments below the video. Let me know what you think it might be. Is it our strikers? Is it the system? Was it the patch? Like, what do we do? How do we get better defensively with this Aberdeen squad? I feel as if we've done pretty well in terms of signings. And, we've got a pretty decent goalkeeper in Simon Moore, as well as Will Norris as well. Both pretty decent keepers. But we just can't keep goals out. We just can't keep goals out. Right, I am far from pleased. I'm never happy. Never happy when we concede at home. All I want is a clean sheet. That's it. If we can get a clean sheet in the next episode, then I'll be extremely happy. Because, I think in the past 2-3 episodes maybe, we've not been able to keep a clean sheet. And that being said, we are going to ask the lads to show a bit of passion, especially on the defensive end, and keep them to 1 goal. And it's good to see that Doherty's starting for Rangers here. He had a pretty decent season with us last year. Should have added in an optional future fee. But they are just knocking the ball around a little bit here. Doherty tries playing across, but Doyle clears it. Falls to McKenna, who plays the ball to Tate. Tate with a big ball over the top to Brophy. Brophy's in behind here, and he doesn't miss on the second bite of the cherry. And it is 2-1 to Aberdeen. We're going to drop back to balanced and see if we can maintain this lead. As you can see, Scott McKenna plays in Tate. And again, I think Richard Tate got the first assist of the match as well. But he's just, what form Richard Tate's been in this year. And Brophy there makes no mistakes this time and puts it home to make it 2-1 to Aberdeen. Right, I'm going to take off Mikey Devlin because he's not playing great. Adonis, you're going to have to show me something. Drager's tiring, so let's bring on Marin as well. Hopefully some fresh legs at the back can maintain this lead. And we do have a corner. Tommy Doyle plays into the back post. Scott McKenna wins the header, plays it to Brewster, who is offside. Let's take another look. So the cross comes in. Yeah. He is slightly offside. Oh, I was hoping that it was a bit tighter of a decision, and maybe I could have complained in the press after the match. But we do get another corner. It falls to Jack Hendry, who rifles it home for his first goal of the season. His first goal for Aberdeen as well. And what a goal that is. So the corner comes in. Marin tries to get a head on it. He doesn't, but it falls to Hendry, who just absolutely rifles it home. He does take a deflection off of the defender, I think it was. I'm not entirely sure, but I don't care. We are 2 goals up, and Rangers have just pulled one back immediately from a free kick. Wow. We just can't keep goals out. Let's see how that happened. So just nobody picks him up at the back. Nobody. Baffled. I'm absolutely baffled. Right, let's go a bit more cautiously. Let's demand more, and they've got a corner, another set piece. But Scott McKenna deals with it this time. They play the cross back in, and there we go. Absolutely bottled it. I can't believe that. I can't believe it. So the corner comes in. McKenna heads it. It's a poor clearance. And we've got... Yeah. And as you can see there, nobody picks up the run. And it's a gift of a goal. We're gifting out goals this year. But it's a big ball over the top. Brophy can't really get on the end of it. And Rangers are in for a counter here. Don't know what kind of strike that was, but fair enough. And the more this season goes on, I don't think we're going to qualify for the next year's Europa League. And it does seem that Europe is taking its toll on the squad. I am far from pleased because we did give away a 2-goal lead. But, folks, that's the episode. If you made it this far, please leave a thumbs up. And I'll catch you in tomorrow's episode where we will play... I don't think we'll play Ajax. We'll play Real Sociedad and Celtic. Right, guys, until next time, peace.